Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to another round of Way of the Hunter. We are going to jump right back into the game and we are going to continue where we left off, which is the Nesper's main missions. Now, we have finished all of the really management intense missions, which is the ones where we actually have to canvas herds. And now we can just go out and hunt. And basically just wander across the map, shoot whatever we find that is fitting for one of our missions, and actually see a bit of the beautiful map while we're doing this instead of just grinding for one specific animal. Now, we did pick up an elk here yesterday who ran quite far. And we said we wanted to go over here. I believe there's another campsite over here. And there's also some whitetail drinking over here, and we do have whitetail missions, so we should be able to cover some good ground here. Let's get started by going to these, and actually we can probably go along the river for a bit. So, we have a whole lot of. We have the markers bug again, where the markers reappear. I hear a lot of people complain about this bug. It was supposed to be fixed a few patches ago. And for some people it is fixed, but for some people it just isn't. And there doesn't seem to be a specific... rhyme or reason as to why it is fixed for some people and not for others. So that's kind of making it difficult to actually fix it completely for everybody, because I think a lot of people have a misconception about how bug fixing works. The first step to bug fixing always has to be actually reproducing the issue. And if you have a bug that only occurs for a few players or not for all of them, or that only occurs under very specific circumstances, reproducing a bug can be incredibly difficult. And if you can't reproduce it, then you can't exactly see what is causing it. And if you don't know what exactly is causing it, you can't really fix it. So that's why some of these bugs sometimes stay in games a lot longer than you think they should, especially if they are inconsistent bugs. And this applies to any and all games, not just to Way of the Hunter. That's just basic bug fixing, essentially. I remember when I was working in QA, in localization QA, that is quality assurance for text, basically. My worst nightmare were always text lines that could occur randomly, or that were made up of random stuff, of variables that you could combine in different ways, because that was always such a pain. To fix anything going wrong there and make sure that it wouldn't break anything else. It's such a pain. So QA it's not easy. But anyway. As you can see, I'm not taking my usual breaks because we've already gone basically this entire way. We've explored this entire area. If there are any animals here, they have already spooked. So we're just gonna go back to the river. And then once we are at the river, we're going to do our usual 50 meters walking, 5 seconds break, 50 meters walking, 5 seconds break, etc., etc. Also gotta double check something real quick. All set up correctly. Good. Let's move on. Alright, now usually I would not hunt along drink zones or along rivers, but we have to follow the river pretty much directly anyway, so in this case I will make an exception. Because if we're already here, We might as well. And we are mainly looking for whitetail. Oh, I actually have to just go to the cabin and get that. Moose we will probably not find over here. Whitetail, badgers, mule deer. Wolf, if we run into a 4-star wolf, I won't say no. And also, I think this is the last day of the second year, isn't it? Day 6, yes. And we have a wolf over here that we checked on day 2. So we actually have to check in on these at 5 p.m. in-game time. Gotta keep that in mind that we check on these wolves during their drinking time. To see how that 2-star adult has grown. Because that's the one that we're looking at for our 4-star. If we don't find one randomly. Alright. Now we can actually move on along our normal area. I do know there's a bunch of whitetail and mule deer that are drinking around this area, but of course we're not at drinking time, so we're not going to encounter them here. But we might hear them calling from their eating zones if they are nearby the river. We are going against the wind, which is good. So at least anything that we might encounter along this way is not going to get spooked by our scent, which is good. And now we're just gonna have to listen for some animals. What do we have here? Mule deer drinking rarely, okay. Probably have their often drinking zone somewhere further up the river as well. Is that a moose? It's probably from over there, right? Just double checking that I have my earphones in correctly. But that sounded more from like over there. And I'm pretty sure that was a moose call. We do need a 2-star moose. Which... oh. Fox? Yeah, we can... I'll take a fox if I can get one. Let's see. We do need one within... I think we need another 3 within 100 meters and another 2 within 30 meters. Yeah. So let's see what we can get. We are almost certainly going to get a female coming in, but I want to see if we can also get a male. Just gotta wait for the caller to reach at the right point. Because if you use it too often, they will just spook. Yep, that's definitely a moose over there. 220 meters. If I can get a stand set up here, I can probably see him. One star mature. Oh, that is actually something I would be interested in taking out. Just for culling purposes. So if we don't spook this one by shooting this fox, then we will take him out. But first I'm interested in these foxes. Oh, and there are white-tailed deer, which we also need. So we have white-tailed deer in the north, a fox in the south, and a moose in the west. We're busy. But the white-tailed deer are 240 meters, so they will probably not spook if we shoot. We've got the male calling from 220, and we had a female calling from 120, so we definitely have a female coming in. But most likely not a male. Because foxes on this map are usually anywhere between 2 to 5 foxes per group. Oh. There's the female that we're looking for. Let's see if we can get her a bit closer. We do have good wind conditions, so we should be able to get her pretty close. And then take her out with a shotgun. Let's just make sure that we actually have the right ammo equipped in our shotgun. We do have buckshot, okay. Because yeah, we can't exactly go at a fox with birdshot. That's not going to work. There she is. Come a bit closer, please. If I can get you within 30 meters, that would be nice. Because that would be the more painful of the two missions. Ah, fuck. I did not get her correctly. That moose is gone? Okay. Yeah, she ran off a bit sooner than I would have liked. Small amount of red blood. Yeah, she's going to live. In real life, I would absolutely try to track her down. In game, no. Sorry, little fox, but I'm not gonna bother. It's too bad. That was fully on me for flopping that shot. We're gonna see if we can get those white-tailed deer. Do we have a hunting stand anywhere? No, we don't. Unless that over there is a hunting stand, but we probably can't call them from up there. Alright, in that case, we're just gonna try to call them. We're gonna go up to the hill so we have a bit of visibility. We're gonna try to call them and see if we can, what we can get. We need a male and a female. Okay, let's see if we can actually spot them from here. Oh, you guys are up there. Okay, you are much closer than I thought you would be. Wow. Glad you didn't spook yet. And as I say this, they are running off. Let me actually see if I can get a stand set up without making them bolt. Where did they run off to now? Oh, they are just behind that hill. Okay. Let's see if we can get a low fitness male. That would be 50 meters. The lowest zeroing that we have. And we're gonna see if we can call one of them in. We're gonna have to make sure it's not a hard shot though. Like literally we're not aiming for the heart this time, because if we get the heart then we can't use them for the mission. Young male, adult male. Are any of you coming in? Yes, one of them is coming in. Alright, let's get the rifle out. Gonna have to aim pretty high this time so that we don't hit the heart. Please turn to the side. That should make it easier to hit the lung without hitting the heart. Or we could just try to go for... No, I want to go for a broadside shot. Yeah, I know. Turn. There we go. Let's reload. And that was quite high and quite far in the back, so I hope that did not hit the heart, even with cavity damage. Lung is exactly what I want. And he is dead. Perfect. Let's go. And let's see if we manage to do it without hitting the heart. Yep. Left lung, right lung, far away from the heart. That is exactly what I wanted. 45%.
Venison heart escabeche it is.
Let's go.